from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert off of play action. It's caught by Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the Bucs' 21-yard line.
On second down now, it's Hines. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've had to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the caught over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
And he's going to go down. He sacked back at the 24. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
24-yard line.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Russell Wilson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Saints 14. Buccaneers.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Saints 14. Buccaneers 7.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
To the sideline.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Herbert. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
the ground with Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you.
Excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Able to find Isabella. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. As they run the counter play. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
17.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man open. It's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Give it some. Give it some.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A gain of 3, second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
On first down, Justin Herbert looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Buccaneers 21, Saints 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that...
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. That catch good for only a couple. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Saints 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Double team, and it's intercepted. It's by Antoine Winfield Jr. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start out here with the option left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up
now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielding just inside the 20. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a game.
Give him 32 on the play.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Operating from the gun. Herbert airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they'll begin by running the option. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
By Mike Edwards.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
On the keeper.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Through an opening, touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
Jones, the ball carrier.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
First down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. He's got Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Operating from the gun. Herbert quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Third down.
is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Herbert throwing again. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
A 25-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Bradley Pinion to kick off fourth.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Good position, and it's picked up. Defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And some space here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 38, Saints 21. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Devontae Parker. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
It's a foot race. 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, 55 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Buccaneers 45, Saints 28. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name, I like your respect. Get it more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, I know I said that with my...
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here. Wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 45, Saints 35.
So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Again, it's Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept
despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Bradley.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. He'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 45, Saints 42.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And got his man complete. And way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards.
Tampa Bay.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
43-yard attempt. Buccaneers 40.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.